Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala approached the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam for this man. He was a blind Sahabi, imagine, subhanAllah. But he had reached to a level till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed 16 ayah just for him, subhanAllah. He was the mu'adhin of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The famous mu'adhin is Bilal, but not many people they know about this mu'adhin, the second mu'adhin. Him and Bilal used to call the adhan all the time. But the most famous one definitely was Bilal. His name, Abdullah ibn Maktum. He's from Quraysh, from Mecca, and he was the cousin of Khadija, radiallahu anha, our mother Khadija, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his wife. He was Ibn Khalha. SubhanAllah. His name, Abdullah ibn Maktum. His mom was Atika, but they called her Maktum because he was born blind. So was the mother of the blind one. There was a nickname more famous than her name, and took after his mother rather than his father. His father was Qais ibn Za'idah. So he was Abdullah ibn Maktum. That's what the only name they know about was Abdullah ibn Maktum radiallahu anhu. So he became Muslim, like with the embrace Islam, with the early era of the Islam, right? From one of the beginners, the foremost one who have embraced Islam. And he had to suffer with the Muslimin, as all the Sahabah have done that. So the Sahabah, the one who embraced Islam early, they really suffered, and Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, definitely Abdullah ibn Maktum radiallahu anhu, he have suffered as the Sahaba did, subhanAllah. But this has really made him more determined, stronger Sahabi, stronger Muslim. Didn't change anything, make him more attached to Islam and to Allah, to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to everything, subhanAllah. And he used to take advantage of every second with the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He used to ask about everything, about memorizing the Quran, understand the Quran, the Hadith, the Fiqh, Islam, subhanAllah. And he's a blind, subhanAllah. And everything, subhanAllah, everything when it comes to deen does not take a chance. Even he was really taking his time and the others' time. Because he kept on asking Rasulullah, he wants to learn about Islam, know what the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. And subhanAllah, during that time, the first era of Islam, the first period of Islam, Rasulullah was focused on the leaders of Quraysh. Definitely the leaders, their effect of their Islam will be bigger. So he was focused on Utbah ibn Rabi'a, Amr ibn Hisham, Shayb ibn Rabi'a, Al-Walid ibn Mughira, Umayyah ibn Khalaf, all those the leaders of Quraysh. Rasulullah was focused on those people and all the leaders, so that if they embrace Islam, their workers, they will become easier for them. I mean, they have a lot of followers. So this is the thought of Rasulullah. He wants, according to his thought and his sincerity, said if we focus on this, it will be easier. As he said one time, if 10 scholars of the Yahud embrace Islam, all the Yahud become Muslim. 10, imagine. So the leaders definitely, like when you see like those celebrities when they embrace Islam, different, right? They see the impact. A lot of people, they will read about Islam, understand Islam. So this is the method of Rasulullah. During that one time he was talking to those leaders. So Ibn Maktum, as usual, he's a blind man, radiallahu anhu, and came to start asking Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So Rasulullah frowned when he came to him. He said, basically, this is not the right time. And he doesn't see, radiallahu anhu arda, and asked Rasulullah. So he frowned and he turned away from him. And turned away because he focused on that, radiallahu anhu, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And so the moment he finished, Rasulullah, the conversation with those people, subhanAllah, with the leaders, right away, he felt something heavy, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Jibreel came immediately. He approached Rasulullah, reproaching him, in a way like blaming Rasulullah. Why did he frown in his face? As Allah exactly said in the Quran, Surah Abasa, He said, Abasa wa tawalla. He frowned in the man's face, and Ja'al Ama, because the blind man came to him. Ayat. Verse in the Quran, he said, frowned and turned away because of the coming of the blind one. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَمَا يَدْرِيكَ لَعَلَّهُ يَزَّكَّى أَوْ يَذَّكَّرُ فَتَنْفَعُهُ الذِّكْرَى. Till the end of the ayat he said, subhanAllah, what do you think? Probably he's here to purify himself, to learn about Islam, and or the reminder will benefit him, and so on. And the thing is, he told him, Allah told Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the one who turn away from deen, you keep on remind them, you keep on invite him. But this one, he came to you. Tell Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, of course. SubhanAllah. So 16 ayah was revealed for this Sahabi, blind Sahabi, reproaching the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So then, SubhanAllah, since that day, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam treated him so special. He knows Allah, everything in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's hand, and he had special status in Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And definitely Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent an ayat from the Quran for special for him, so he had his special status. And subhanAllah, Quraysh became harder, and the Muslimin harder and harder. And then he was one of the first people to migrate to Medina before the main hijrah. We said, who was the first one made hijrah? Mus'ab was the pre-hijrah, which Mus'ab and him, the first two people went to Medina. Yeah. Yeah, the hijrah, Habashi, right? Abyssinia? No, I'm talking about the main hijrah. Habasha was the two hijrah to Habasha. There's not the real hijrah to Medina. Of course, they went to Habash to Abyssinia, but this different. To Medina was others, but I mean, even they went there before every other Sahabi, Mus'ab and him. And the moment they arrived in Medina, they start teaching the deen for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Immediately, without hesitation, non-stop, subhanAllah. So, and this is the thing, subhanAllah, teach them the Quran, teach them the fiqh, what the rules, the halal, the haram, either way. And this is, subhanAllah, should be, subhanAllah, should be something, Jazakallah khair akhi. He said, min ayah, we're going to come to, inshallah, we're going to come to that, inshallah. So then he said, subhanAllah, immediately when we go to some place, whether we're in this gathering, with our families, with our friends, in the college, in the school, immediately talk to people about Islam. If you don't have a knowledge, act like a Muslim. Give a Quran, give a book of hadith. Learn something, ask something so you can teach it right away, subhanAllah. You saw the story of Abu Dharr and everyone. The first moment after embracing Islam, said, teach us something, we can invite our people. And subhanAllah, and then since that day, when Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to Medina now, they left early, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to Medina, now become Muslim town, Medina. So they started calling the adhan. Him and Bilal. One of them called the adhan, the other the iqamah, vice versa. Sometimes Bilal make adhan, sometimes Abdullah ibn Maktum. And radiallahu anhum, and listen to that. And Ramadan, subhanAllah, there's special hadith about them, about Abdullah ibn Maktum and Bilal. SubhanAllah, Rasul, one of them used to call the adhan, that's the adhan that's for what they call it, the early adhan, to tell the people this is suhoor time for suhoor, and which was Bilal. And Ibn Maktum was calling the adhan for Fajr. So Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him, eat and drink till Ibn Maktum called the adhan, because Bilal make adhan at night, so before Fajr. Even he's the blind, was subhanAllah, I don't know how that I couldn't reach to something. How did he know stuff? How could he reach to the time for Fajr precisely? So eat and drink till Ibn Maktum called the adhan. Subhanallah. So Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he have honored this man so much, till the point he said about more than 10 times he put him in charge of the Medina. More than times he was in charge. When he left to Mecca, to some place, he said, you are in charge. You are the Emir. A blind. Radiallahu anhu. Shows them how much wisdom he has, how much knowledge, how sincere he was. So this is something big. And after the battle of Badr, this ayat was revealed, subhanAllah, upon the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah sent, he said, لا يستوي القاعدون من المؤمنين غير أولي الضرر والمجاهدون في سبيل الله. سبحان الله. لا يستوي القاعدون من المؤمنين. سبحان الله said, he said, لا يستوي القاعدون من المؤمنين والمجاهدون في سبيل الله. I'm sorry. This ayat up to here. So he sent ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the one who sit at home, they cannot be at the level of the one who go fight for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're not, he said, لا يستوي, not even. They're not equal. The قاعدون, they want to remain at home, from the mu'mineen, they're both mu'mineen, والمجاهدون. So the mujahideen and mu'mineen, they're not the same. Subhanallah. The one who said, I mean, the mu'mineen make jihad different than the one sitting at home. So it cannot be even. So this ayah, subhanAllah, Ibn Maktum, he have, this has hurt him so much. Because he's mu'min. He loved to participate in every battle, radiallahu anhu, but he cannot. Allah created him blind person, subhanAllah. And not only him, many other Sahaba, they couldn't do it, subhanAllah. Then he kept on saying, Allahumma anzil udri. Oh Allah, kept on making dua after dua. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I want to just like, I want to be like, give me exemption. So I want to be the same. But you're the one who created me this way, subhanAllah. Zayd bin Thabit, subhanAllah, radiallahu anhu, said, when this ayah, subhanAllah, was revealed upon Rasulullah, I was right next to him. Zayd bin Thabit, he said, I was right next to the Prophet. They said that the qa'idun, the one who is at home, the one who does not participate in fight, they're not equal with the mujahideen, subhanAllah. Ibn Maktum, subhanAllah, said, Ya Rasulullah, what about the one who cannot fight, like myself? He said, the moment he finished talking, Allah revealed the ayat, subhanAllah. SubhanAllah. Right away. Zayd, he said, I was sitting next to Rasulullah when he sat there, he felt the heaviness of his foot, of his leg, sitting next to him, and the wahi, the revelation comes to Rasulullah, sometimes he becomes very sweat, sometimes become like heavy. If you sit next to him, the wahi very, very heavy upon the Prophet ﷺ. He said, Zayd, I felt it. His thigh was above mine, or his leg was above my leg, and I felt the pressure. The second pressure was harder, subhanAllah. Then he said, Allah add to this ayah, said, غَيْرُ أُولِي الضَّرَرِ, unless you have valid excuse, valid reason, which is a blind, the one who sick, the one who limps, and all this stuff. SubhanAllah said this is exemption or exception for the one who have difficulties, they cannot fight, they have very valid reason. So basically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them based upon their intention. And subhanAllah, Maktum still didn't give up. He's blind and he wants to, subhanAllah. He said, I don't want to be with the qa'ideen. I don't want to be the one, the called qa'ideen means sitting at home and don't participate, subhanAllah. Shows me how much he has, what kind of confident and love and faith of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he said, since that day, he did not miss a battle after Badr. Blind, and he went there, subhanAllah. And he said, I have my job. I said, what is it? He said, I carry the flag. I hold the flag. Because the flag was the main thing of the battle. Someone has to hold the flag. And this is a big thing. Because you are the one who targeted it. The Bashir Alam, the flag, he's targeted more than anyone else. Because the flag is up, that means you are winning. So he held the flag, subhanAllah. And then, subhanAllah, he said, I cannot fight with the sword, I carry the flag. Then he kept on living, subhanAllah, till the 14th year of Hijrah. After the death of Rasulullah and Abu Bakr was during the Khilafah of Umar radiallahu anhu, the beginning period of the Khilafah of Umar. And Umar radiallahu anhu, now he said the time for the Persia to take over, because really they were oppressors, they spread their ideologies, and they just want to go to, they want to just get it done, get the missions done with the Persian, subhanAllah. And he made the call upon jihad. Umar radiallahu anhu said, everyone's able to hold the sword to fight, let him come to Medina. So the Muslims came from all over the place, everyone excited, subhanAllah. So from everyone, from where to all the Medina. And one of those was excited, was Abdullah ibn Maktum. He wants to go, subhanAllah. So Umar radiallahu anhu, he made Sa'd ibn Waqqas as the leader of one part of the army, the bigger part, and then move on. And he looked at him, he found Abdullah ibn Maktum wearing his vest and his armor and ready to fight, subhanAllah. And he said, let me have the flag, subhanAllah. And then when the battle about to start, he told the people, put me in the middle. So everyone see the Muslim flag, subhanAllah. And it was a fight, like they said, never, ever in the history of Islam was a harder and tougher fight than the fight of the Qadisiyah with the Persian. Very, very tough fight. Then the third day, the Muslim, they won in a way, and which is against the strongest country during that time, them the Romans, subhanAllah. And then all the fire worshippers, they were done and gone, subhanAllah. Then they found the Muslim shuhada, they looked down, they found Abdullah ibn Maktum died as a shaheed, subhanAllah, in the middle of the battlefield. So radiallahu anhu, they found him hugging the flag of the Muslims and died in the state. And this is the story of Abdullah ibn Maktum radiallahu anhu wardah. Barakallahu bikum. Subhanakallah bihamdik.